It's time for Meals with Monsignor Michael Billian, and this is the one that we need to get ready for 4th of July
Yes.
celebration. Good morning to you, Monsignor.
Hello, Monsignor.
Well, good morning very much. It's so great to be with you this morning. And we're taking a little different twist with the presentation today. We're going to talk about beef and talk about beef in multiple ways. So, the United States Department of Agriculture rates and gives particular grades to beef that we buy. So I thought I'd give a little explanation before we talk about how to prepare it, what to look for. So the top grade of beef is called prime grade. It comes from well-fed cattle and features lots of nice distribution of marbling in the meat. And that really provides, as the marbling melts, it naturally bastes the beef, but it also produces great tenderness and lots of wonderful flavor. It's literally only 3% of all beef in the United States earns that prime grade. It's perfect for grilling and broiling and roasting, mostly hot preparation, not a long time slow preparation at low heat, but hot presentation. It's used mostly in really upscale steakhouses and great restaurants, but it's available in lots of stores in our local community, and you can buy it there, known as prime beef. That's the highest level. The next level down is called choice grade, and that's pretty widely available, has less marbling in it than the prime grade, but it still offers really an excellent flavor, some tenderness, and good juiciness. About half of the beef in the United States gets the rating of choice grade. It's found in all the supermarkets and any mid-range restaurant. It's more versatile in its preparation. You can grill it, roast it, broil it, braise it, stew it, bake it, and even pan fry it. That's all different ways. And they will all provide you with a great balance of quality and value, because obviously it's a little less expensive than the prime grade of meat. Then the third level that the United States Department of Agriculture rates is called select grade. And it's a much leaner meat and contains significantly less marbling. And while it still can be very flavorful, it's generally a little less tender and more likely to dry out a bit if you're not careful when cooking at a very high heat. So it's best used when you are using a low or slow cooking method, like braising or slow cooking or pot roasting. Putting it in your slow cooker all day long. So those are the three grades: prime, choice, and select. The marbling difference is very abundant in prime. It's kind of moderate in choice, and it's slight in select. And there are better ways to prepare the kind of meat that you buy. So let's talk about how, once we know what we've got, what kind of meat we're going to get, what kind we've purchased, how do we do it? How to prep that meat. So first of all, you have to choose the right cut. If you're trying to get a steak, you want to make a ribeye that has lots of marbling, very flavorful. A classic, of course, is the New York strip, or a filet mignon, which is probably the most tender. Or you can get a thicker steak, like a 1.5-inch steak, which is kind I like. It gives you a great crust on the outside when you go to grill it, but it's never very overcooked in the middle, so it provides a good balance. So what do you want to do with this? Do you want to, I like to put a little olive oil on the meats first and then season them with your favorite seasonings. I happen to be very much in love with Lowry's style seasoning, a Lowry's seasoned salt and a Lowry's seasoned pepper. And I put that on there, and then you put it in the fridge for a couple hours, or just leave it at room temperature for about 30 minutes. With the seasonings on there, it often draws the moisture out of that meat again, and it replaces it just with the marbling and what happens when the marbling melts when you cook it. So you can rub that layer of oil on, do that, and then if you're going to go to the grill, then you got to have two levels of heat. And once that you have a gas grill, turn half of your burners on at very high heat and the other half on a lower heat. On a charcoal grill, you want to have a pile of coals on one side that's really heavy, and then a smaller bunch on the other side, which is a little cooler. So when you put your steak on there, you want to start it at the very hot side, around 500 degrees on your gas grill for a minute aside. That way you sear the outside of the meat, and you encapsulate then the flavors. The marbling, when it melts, it isn't just going to drip all over your grill, but it's going to flavor the meat in a beautiful way. So minute on a side at 500 to 550 degrees, then move it over a little bit to the cooler side, and let it grill then slowly over the less high heat. It really allows the steak to cook very evenly and get it to the temperature that you really want it. Now, how do you like it? How should you have it? Well, if you like a rare steak, you should get that about 110 to 120 degrees. A good friend for a griller would be an instant meat thermometer. Mm-hmm. You don't have to leave it stuck in there all the time. It's a little thermometer. You just stick it in, get an instant temperature on that. And so 110 degrees, medium rare would be about 125 to 130 degrees, medium 135 to 140, well done 145. Now, obviously, the less you cook it, you get it more on the rare, medium rare side, the more tender it's going to be, and more succulent in a way. It doesn't dry out as much when you cook it in a rare or medium rare place. Always take it off the grill 5 degrees lower than you want it, because as you let it rest, and you should let it rest about 5 minutes before you dive into it, it will continue to cook. So you got about 5 more degrees after you take it off your grill. And that 5 minutes of resting really allows the muscle fibers of the meat to relax a little bit. And really then the juices inside, because it's seared in there, it just redistributes them throughout the whole meat. Then slice it and just enjoy a steak that way. So it's beautiful meat, but you got to know what you're going to start with, and then know what to do once you get it, how to care for the meat, and then how to grill it, particularly on the holiday, 250 years of our country coming up this next week. So you want to be ready for a good outdoor meal to celebrate Independence Day.
Okay, I have
Pat,
a question.
I'm sure. How many questions do you have today?
Well, you explained it very well, so I feel pretty good about this. But I do have a question. I'm looking at the ways you can cook. I understand I've never braised anything. Braising. What is braising?
Well, I don't do it.
Oh.
But I know a lot of people do.
Okay.
When I'm cooking a steak, I almost 100% of the time do it on the grill outside.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the finest way to enjoy a good steak.
Okay.
But again, if you're it's a little slower cooking, a braising.
Okay.
On there. It's in between broiling and stewing.
Mm.
Oh, so it's something you would do before you put it on the grill.
Well, yeah, I don't. I think you should put it on the grill.
Right.
I don't do that. I'm going to give you the best way. You stick with me if you want a good steak. You
forget the braising.
Olive oil it. You season it and you let it rest, get it to room temperature, and put it on the grill at 550 degrees. And it'll be beautiful.
So it's
All right.
145 for well done, 135 for medium. What's medium rare?
Medium rare is 125.
That makes sense.
And rare is 110.
All this on our website, artoledo.com.
Thanks, Monsignor.
Bye, Monsignor.